What's up YouTube? So I got another video for y'all. This video is about how to choose where you want to go to which college. At first I'll talk a little bit about the college in general or the university in general you want to go to. And in the second part I'm going to talk about athletics. So if you want to be a student athlete, that's interesting for you. Let me start off with universities in general. So first of all, you have to know if you want a big school or a small school. Big school meaning 50,000 students and like walking all over the place, and small schools is just like a little less people basically. And the second part is you should want to know if you want to be in a city or have a big city next to university or a small city. So for example, me, I'm here in Austin. I love the big city and there's always a lot to do, and in my experience, people that I know didn't really like the small cities too much because there's not a lot to do outside of like university and track. And then the third part is you want to know what school you're going to in terms of what you want to study. So for example, there are schools that are more in the tech space, there are schools that are more in the engineering and whatever space. And if you're like really smart, you might want to look in the Ivy League section because it's really hard to get into those. Now I'm going to talk about the athletic parts. First of all, you want to look at schools where you can actually contribute something. So for example, if you're a top athlete, really good, then you would definitely have to look in the D1 section and then also the top schools. And then second of all, you should, when you have it down to like a couple of schools, you should think about visiting all those schools. So you can have 5 official visits, which means that the university pays for your flight there, they pay for you to stay there in hotels or somewhere, and they pay you food and all that stuff, and you don't have to pay anything. And you can do that up to 5 times. And then there are these unofficial visits, so you go to the university and like talk with the coaches and stuff so they know that you're there, and then they also show you around and stuff, but you have to pay for all the expenses yourself. But I personally think that 5 visits should be enough because that's a lot to do, 5 visits. And then when you go to those schools, you should obviously look if you like the university, like everything, like the university, the city, the weather and whatever. But also an important thing is the coaches, if you like the coaches or not. But the problem is that coaches often transfer. So I've heard like lately about so many coaches that like switch universities. So you can't count on the coach staying there for however many years you're going to be there. So because they can always transfer and like something can happen, right? And then also one tip that I would suggest you at least thinking of is every coach says that the paperwork always has to be done. So what you can do is send the transcripts early to the universities, so that's just out of the way. And then they also need the courses you're in your senior year, so you can just send them all that and then everything is taken care of. And if you're international, then you definitely need to translate all that, especially the transcripts, and send them early because that can take a while. So for me, I'm from Germany and I send the transcripts to a translating center in Germany, and they took quite a while to translate it, so I would definitely do that in time. And then also, to end up this video, one last tip. So if you go to university, you should also be sure that you like the university, even if you wouldn't be in athletics, because anything can happen. Like, you know what I mean? Anything can happen. You can have an intense injury, or just it's not going to work out, and you're just a normal student, and then you just have to live the normal student life, right? So you should definitely like the university also outside of the track and sports and whatever you do. So that was my video. I hope y'all liked it, and give it a thumbs up, give it a like. And next week I'm gonna have another video, and I hope you're gonna watch it, and see y'all in the next video.